What's up, YouTube? Alright guys, so today we're doing some more drift car prep. So August 4th, August 5th, Back to Basics is coming up really soon, and I promised my wife I would get her situated so she can ride with me because she likes going to the drift events to watch for a short amount of time because it's hot, muggy, whatever, and she just kind of gets bored just sitting there by herself. She doesn't know a lot of people, and sometimes she just feels out of place and everything, but she does enjoy watching because I enjoy it. But she says that she'd have a lot more fun if she got to ride with me. So today we're going to tackle some things to enable her to ride with me. We're going to install her bucket seat, her racing harness. I ordered her a helmet, so she'll be all set to go and everything. So yeah, that's what's on today's menu. We're going to try to get the harness finalized. I got some hardware and everything I needed to properly mount the anti-submarine belt, so we're going to work that out, and I got her bracket for her seat. So we're going to just install everything and hope everything goes well. I also, since I broke my e-brake cable at Circleville last weekend or whatever, I'm going to try to fix that. The cables are like $100. I don't have time to order it, so I'm gonna see if I can get a section of cable and then use some cable clamps to reclamp the cable back together, basically, and see if that'll work. Even if I can't use it while drifting, if it'll just still kind of lock so I can park the car or whatnot, that would be great. But well, I mean, we'll see how it works. I mean, I'm not really worried about it if I don't get it fixed, because over winter I'm just going to do a dual caliper and hydro e-brake setup anyways. But if I could get it to work for now, that'd be great. If not, whatever. Alright, so let me get set up, we'll get started. Alright guys, just like with any other seat, pretty much you're going to start by removing our mounting brackets. It's 14 millimeter, there's 4 of them, so we're going to get those removed and pull out the seat. I'm using wedge brackets for this seat. This is an older Corbu bottom mount seat, so looking online, it seemed like a lot of people that had bottom mount, the wedge bracket was like one of the lowest, so I went ahead and got one. We'll see how it works out. Hopefully it works well. She's not very tall, so it should be fine for her. I'm not sure how it'll be for other passengers, but if it gets her in the car, that's all I'm worried about. I'll be there for you when you're straight and dark, only hear you whisper. I'll be loud for you, I'll be loud for you. I got your promise, let me be honest. Love is a road that goes both ways. When your tears roll down your pillow like a river, I'll be there for you, but you gotta be there for me too. Alright, now that her seat's out of the car, we'll get the new bracket and see how everything fits. Not too bad. It seems to fit decently for what it is. Seems pretty solid. So we'll get the seat and just lay it in here and see what it's like. Alright, we're just setting the seat in here. It obviously does sit a little higher, but it's not terrible. So I think it'll work out pretty well, especially for my wife because she's short. But it looks like the bolt holes line up pretty good. I can't get to the mounting locations with the bracket in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and pull the bracket out, attach it to the seat, and then drop it back in and see how it all fits. So yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and do that, and then I'll bring it back when I'm ready to install the seat. But so far it's looking pretty good. Well guys, I got the seat in. It's fully mounted. I got the inside harness belt mounted because you have to have the seat out to do that. Honestly, it seems pretty comparable to my other seat, so yeah, it shouldn't be too bad. And this is with the cushion in, so if I took the cushion out, it'd probably drop down a little bit more. But yeah, there's decent leg room. I was a little worried it was going to be too far forward, but it actually seems pretty much positioned very similar to the driver's seat, so it's not that bad. I think it'll work out just fine for now. I don't see any problems with it. You know, if you're a bigger guy, you may have some trouble with it, but you know, it's a pretty decent seat. I got it pretty cheap. It's a steel frame seat. It's a Forza, Corbu Forza. So yeah, now I just got to finish mounting the rest of the harness and do the anti-submarine belts, and yeah, then just a few little things here and there, but I'm pretty much good to go. I'm getting pretty close. I'm pretty excited. I'm stoked to get this car together for this drift event, and my wife's gonna love it. She's gonna have so much fun. She's really excited and looking forward to it. So now that I got her seat in, I'll get her harness done, and yeah, we'll go from there. So yeah, just gonna continue working. I think I'm gonna go ahead and work on the anti-submarine belts, as I think those are gonna be the most challenging. I'll show you what parts I got and what I'm thinking and how I'm gonna do this. So yeah, let me get all that and then I'll show you what I got. Alright guys, here's all the equipment I got for the anti-submarine belts. I'm not very familiar with harness, so I just went to Jegs and asked them, and this is what I saw that they had. So basically this is what I'm thinking. I'm going to switch out the bolt-in clips for the clip-on clips. Then I have these eye bolts. I got the short and long ones to see which one's going to work the best. They come with this 2-inch washer or whatever, and then I got this 4-inch backing plate to go underneath the car. So basically I'm going to drill a hole and put this underneath the car, put this, sandwich these two, so basically what I'm going to do is drill a hole in the car and then sandwich the floor sheet metal with these two components, bolting on this and clipping the harness with this. So that's my thought process from reading online and everything. I'm pretty sure that's how you're supposed to do it and stuff. Other people said you can just put a bolt with 2-inch washers on each side, but the problem is most of the harness manufacturers I've seen, they don't want the bracket or whatever that the belt runs through to be bolted into a 90. They want it to be in line. So basically I was like, okay, well, if I use a bolt and 2-inch washers, it's basically going to bolt the harness bracket flat, and then the harness is going to be at a 90 coming up from it. So I was like, well, let me see what else is out there, and I found these clip-on stuff, and I was like, oh, I'll just switch out the clip-ons, use an eye bolt, and then, you know, that should work out just really good. So yeah, went to Jegs. They had it. I got it. We're going to try to install it. And who knows? Will it work? I really hope so, because I'm running out of time and I need to get this finished up properly so that I can pass tech and everything, and that the harness works properly the way it should be. Alright, so I'm going to just take a look and see what needs to happen, and then I'll share with you guys what I come up with. Alright guys, so the first thing you have to do is you have to swap out this bolt-on plate with this clip-on plate. So we're going to unwrap it. As you can see here, the harness fabric is folded inside around the bracket. You have to maintain that. So we're going to pull this off and swap this onto her. Like so. And then we'll pull this back through and strap it on here for now, just like so. We'll adjust everything later, but that's basically the first step. And then we're going to try to find a location to mount this. So pretty much I'm thinking basically right there, if you can see it. Let me reposition the camera a little bit here. So they say that the harness should be in line with your chest or whatever, so I'm just going to try to mount it close to wherever I can get the 2-inch washer to fit. Pretty much it's just going to come out and clip on right there, and then, you know, it'll be adjusted lengthwise and clip on, and that should work out really well. So that's what I'm hoping. So yeah, I'm going to get the other parts real quick and see where I need to drill the hole, and then I will get a drill bit and drill everything. So here's the washer. I want it to sit flat, but I need it to be pretty much straight. So I don't really want to put it on the lip of this part right here, if you can see my finger, where the sheet metal for the seat bracket is. So I'll probably put it right in front of it. And then that should be fine to mount the eye bolt on there and everything. Just want to make sure that it's pretty centered so that the seat belt looks pretty straight. So I think that'll work out really well right there. So I'll get a Sharpie, make a mark, and then get a drill bit and drill that out. Alright, so I made a punch mark and everything there, and then the washer is a 7/16, so I grabbed the 7/16 drill bit, so we're going to go ahead and drill a hole. Let me be honest. Love is a road that goes both ways. When your tears roll down your pillow like you're... Alright guys, so I drilled my hole and everything, and then, you know, luck be have it, it sits right above the frame rail, so there's no way to get access to it or anything like that. So I'm on to plan B. This is not exactly what I wanted to do because it's more work, but basically I cut the eye bolt and welded it onto the plate. So I plug welded it and then just ran a bead around it to the plate, and I'm going to basically weld the plate to the floorboard. It's a lot more work. Not exactly. I was really hoping just to drill a hole, throw the plate and a nut on there and be done with it, but I can't see another way of doing this without moving it over or left or right, and then the belt's not center line and all this stuff. So I think this is just going to be the best way to do it and everything, so I went ahead and did this. So basically the plate will sit here, and then I'll weld it to the body and everything like that, and then the belt will just, well, it'll actually go like this, and then the belt will just clip on, and yeah, that'll be plenty secure. I don't see any problems with that. So yeah, I'm gonna just go ahead and do that and everything, and get her done. Alright guys, so I got the passenger side plate and everything welded in. So I'm still learning to weld, not the best professional welder, and it's really awkward when you have a roll cage and you're trying to get in here with a mask and everything like that. So it was just kind of awkward. I had to do a double pass up front here because the weld was a bit undercut. There's a little more undercutting here, but it looks a lot better here than it did up front. I'm kind of running out of gas, so I'm just trying to make do, but I mean, that thing is solid. It ain't going nowhere. I'm not worried about it. So yeah, so you know, some of the welds look decent. I don't know if you can see the ones back there, but they're a lot nicer and flatter. They were a little easier to get to. But yeah, we're going to try to get the driver's side done. I don't think I'll have enough gas to get it done, but I'm going to try to at least get it tacked up. That way I can get more gas this week and finish it. Well, darn, I am out of gas. That sucks. So yeah, now I need to figure out if I want to do it with flux or if I want to wait and try to get my bottle filled up tomorrow or something. Not too sure, but yeah, so there's that. At least we're making some progress. Alright guys, so I left you off with telling you how I was going to do this anti-submarine belts. I went ahead and welded everything up and put a little bit of spray paint on there just to coat it. I didn't really... I think I recorded some of it, but I ran out of gas, so I ended up having to flux some of the bracket. Excuse me. It came out alright. I'm pretty happy with it. The passenger side I'm more happy with because I didn't have to use flux. Instead, I was able to use all gas. But basically, I'll just show you. I'm going to have to get my wife in the car, which right now is not going to happen. She had a long day at work, doesn't probably really feel like sitting out here while I adjust these harnesses. It's hot and everything like that. And I'm kind of tired, but I did get all the harness mounted and everything like that. So all I have to do now is just adjust it. But here's the plate. Let me see if I can get a better angle. So here's the plate that I welded in and put the clip and everything like that. It's just got a little bit of paint on it, but it's nice and secure. It's solid. It is not going anywhere, that is for sure. I could probably lift the car with those points. So yeah, I'll hop over here and show you the driver's side. The harness doesn't really need much adjusting, maybe just a little bit, but I was able to strap in and everything seemed fine. So yeah, I shouldn't have a problem passing tech now that I got these anti-submarine belts strapped in securely and everything like that. I'm not sure how else you could really do it. Me not being a professional, never really seen how other people have installed these, and I can't really find good pictures. Most people just show like using a washer and a bolt, but it just didn't seem possible on this car to keep it fairly centered because the frame rails run right through the center of the seat belt, or the seat area. So yeah, I'm not sure how that would have worked out for me. So I think welding in the brackets and the plates were the best idea for me, and the best way to get this harness properly secured. So hopefully it doesn't cause any issues or anything like that. I mean, honestly, if they want to fuss over it, I'll just convert the harness over to a 4-point, and then really at that point it won't really matter. But you know, I'd like to use the 5-point. They're designed that way, and everybody says you should run it, so I just spent a good amount of time making it work. So hopefully everything goes the way it should. But here's the driver's side. So there's the driver's side, all mounted up and secured. I was able to have gas here, and I had a flux over here. So try to get in close. You can see the welds aren't that bad for MIG and for me. I didn't really weld this gap here because that's a big gap, and I don't really see it needed to be welded, but it's welded all on the back and on the sides. So, you know, honestly, I bet that's overkill. If a bolt and a couple washers passes for most SCCA and stuff like that, pretty sure those welded in brackets should pass no problem. So yeah, hopefully they do. but yeah, so I'm gonna pretty much close out this video today. Hopefully that just gave you an idea of what I've been working on, just trying to tidy up the last few things for this drift event coming up this Friday. If you follow me and everything like that, hopefully you'll make it up to check out the event up in Killcare. Hope you enjoyed watching it. I really appreciate you taking the time to check it out. Please like and subscribe, and stay tuned for further videos. Hopefully I'll have a couple other videos throughout the week, or at least one more, but if not, then there will be the drift video coming out after Saturday. You know, who knows, we'll see. But yeah, check you guys later.